Hi guys, your girl Miss Tiff is back again. Today is episode 2 of the Dare to Cook Challenge. Woo! Okay, so this is a challenge where I ask you guys to give me ingredient suggestions. From those suggestions, I have to randomly select 5 of those ingredients to make a meal for my family. Today we're going to be using salmon, shrimp, mushrooms, bok choy, and Hennessy. I know it's a weird combination, but you know what? As I always tell you, your girl got skills. So let's see what we got cooking today. Okay, to get this party started, we're gonna make a cocktail. You can't have Hennessy with your food and not make a cocktail, right? I know. I'm just gonna add just about a double shot or so, maybe less. Whatever you want. Depends on if it's a stressful day. If it's a stressful day, girl, pull it up. And then we're going to add some pineapple juice to finish it off. Here we go. This is going to get us started. Okay, first things first, we're going to get started with our brown sugar honey Hennessy glaze. I don't really know what to call it. It's just something that I'm thinking of in my head. I'm going to improvise as I go along, so bear with me. We're going to start with like 2, well, maybe 1.5 tablespoons. No, I'm going to go with 2. 2 tablespoons of butter. I think I'm going to start this off kind of how you would do like a sweet potato mixture, if you will. So let's see. We have the butter in here. So now we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. My brown sugar is hardened, but it'll cook down some. And then we're going to add some honey. And we have our heat on medium-low. We're going to add about a tablespoon of honey. And then, of course, we're going to add the Hennessy. There's maybe about a tablespoon of Hennessy. For those of you that may be worried, you do not have to stress about the Hennessy feeding it to kids and stuff, because by the time your glaze is cooked down, all of the alcohol content will be removed out of it. So, don't have to worry about that part. Sorry, I got some steak cooking for my husband in the back because he is not trying to eat salmon today. Let's get into this. Do you guys call it salmon or salmon? I know the correct way is salmon, but honestly, I say both. It depends on my mood. If I have enough of this cocktail, I'm gonna be saying salmon. But I try to be politically correct when I can. But guess what? Who cares? Okay, I gotta get me a lemon. Okay, so I'm just going to slice my lemon in half. I don't know why I didn't think to bring my other cutting board. And we're just going to squeeze half of this lemon in there. Probably not all, not the entire half of the lemon juice. We're going to use some for our shrimp and salmon when we're cooking it. But yeah, I use both terms. If I have enough of this cocktail, I'll probably be saying salmon at the end of this video. But who cares, right? Now, it's funny that I'm actually doing a Hennessy glaze because my sister, shout out to my big sister, she makes Hennessy wings. And before y'all get to thinking that I'm copying off of her, she never gave me the recipe. They're actually really, really good. So today I'm just going to try a different version of it because I'm using seafood. Oh, and I forgot to add my red pepper flakes. Where are you? We're going to use just a little bit of that. Remember, you start off with a little and then add more as you go, because you cannot take out once you put it in. We're going to start off with a little bit of that, and then we're going to add a little bit of garlic to this. That's about 1 clove of garlic. And then we're going to add some onion powder, just to kind of cut through the sweetness because I don't really want sweet. I just want like a hint of sweet. That's why I'm using brown sugar and not white sugar. And this is going to be the glaze to go over the salmon and the shrimp. So this is pretty much done. We're going to transfer this into a dish and let it cool down so it can thicken up. And then we'll get started on our bok choy. Okay, for our bok choy, I'm going to use about a tablespoon and a half of grapeseed oil. Just to get started. And for those of you that may not know, bok choy is actually in the cabbage family. It is originally found in Asia. And they use it in a lot of Asian dishes. This is my first time cooking with it. I actually couldn't find the big bok choy, so I had to get what is called Shanghai. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. But I asked the Asian lady in the store, and she told me it's pretty much the same thing. It's just a baby bok choy. I'm gonna go ahead and hold this up so you can see it. So you see how it has all of those leaves and stuff in between. So when you're cleaning it, you want to make sure that you're cleaning and rinsing in between these leaves very well. When I researched it, they said that it has like a cabbage consistency, but it has like a more spinach type of taste. And they say that it cooks really fast, just like spinach. So I'm going to cook this as if I am cooking my cabbage or my spinach. So I just started off with like 4 caps of baby bella mushrooms. And I just slice them. You don't have to use the mushrooms. You can actually use like any type of meat, like some bacon or some ham, if you will. Just, it's really your preference. Now I'm gonna add some garlic powder, some onion powder, because of course you always want to layer your flavors. And I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning. I'm gonna flip this steak one more time before these go off. Look at these steaks. Now actually ladies, this is really a great meal for Valentine's Day. It's something different. I tasted that glaze, y'all. Listen, that glaze is so good. It's so good. Like, it's kind of sweet. But you can taste the lemon and the Hennessy, and you can taste it all. But the Hennessy, of course, like I said, I cooked it down about 5 minutes. So the Hennessy potency, like an alcohol, is not in it at all. So we're just gonna let our mushrooms cook down a little bit longer. So yeah, like I was saying, the bok choy though, they said that it cooks really fast like spinach. So we don't want to overcook it. That's what I'm worried about, because I know I do not like mushy food. So I'm worried about there not being enough crunch. Turn this up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to continue cooking the mushrooms about 2 to 3 more minutes, and then we'll start adding the rest of our Okay, so again, for this, I'm not using the mushrooms as a meat substitute. So I just really want them to get just a little bit softened. As you can see, get that little brown color going. There you go. Just get that brown color and get them to soften up. So those are about how I want them. So now I'm going to add the radish. And the reason why I decided to add radish to this is because normally when you make cabbage dishes and stuff, you can add radish to that. I like the clean crispiness of the radish. So if my bok choy end up cooking a little bit too much, then we're going to go ahead and hopefully it'll be saved by the radishes. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. And then I'm going to add 4 cloves of garlic. And while I was coming up with this recipe, I was also thinking, this would be a really good soup. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to remix this and make like a really good veggie soup out of it. And it'll pretty much be the same ingredients, just with broth. I will probably record that so you can go ahead and check that out if you want. It won't be today though, it'll be tomorrow. So we're just going to do just a nice little toast. And guys, please, when you're cooking and you're using any new ingredients and you're not sure As long as it's not meat or eggs or something, taste it. Like, how do you know what to do with your food if you do not taste them in their raw, rare form? Like, you don't know the texture, you don't know the taste, you don't know what it brings to the actual dish. So you want to taste your food before you add it. Don't go off my word. Don't go off anyone else's word. Try it for yourself. And actually, that does taste just like spinach. I mean, not spinach, but cabbage. It's a little bit more bitter. But I got a little fix for that. You're not gonna worry about that. So yeah, now we have the radishes. They're a little bit softened. We don't want them to get too soft though, because again, I like a crunch. So we're going to go ahead and season this again, because we didn't season it when we added our radish. I'm going to add some onion powder. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of ginger paste, like a pea-sized amount. You see that? I'm going to take that off too. Ginger paste is like really concentrated, and it's extremely strong and powerful. So you do not need a lot, because ginger itself is a powerful spice. So we're going to do that. Now you see the radishes are getting just a tad bit transparent. That's what you want. You don't want them to be too soft, because I like that crispy, crunchy that radishes bring to dishes. So now that we have that done, we're going to go ahead and throw in the rest of our ingredients. And right here we just have some red, yellow, orange bell peppers and those green ones. We're going to go ahead and add those in, because again, it does not take those that long to cook off or cook down. Oh, that's another radish. We're going to leave that out. Actually, look, I eat this. You got to eat it raw. Here's another one. If you don't eat it raw, how would you know what it tastes like? I'm going to go ahead and throw all of that in. Then I'm going to squeeze just a little bit more lemon juice in here. Just a little bit. Just to kind of waken it up some. And remember I told you guys I had a fix for that bitterness? We're going to add just a little bit of brown sugar. Just a sprinkle. You don't want it to taste sweet, but you just want it to take that bitterness out. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but up until now I have not added any salt to this dish. And I have not had a lot of oil, because I wanted to kind of fry and sear some. But I'm going to add just a tad bit of salt now. Where's my salt shaker? Let me go grab my salt shaker. I'll be back. Okay, so I have my salt shaker. Just give it a couple twists. And then I actually turned the heat up all the way to medium, because I do not want this to steam. I want this to kind of fry and sear and get that nice little brownness to the bottom. Uh-oh. I thought I took this part off. I guess I didn't. Look, I left the end piece on there. My bad. I was rushing. I'm so excited, y'all. Listen, it smells so good in here. Everything looks so good. Remember when I tell you guys about cooking with colors? It just adds a party to your stomach. Okay, so you see this radish is almost done. I mean, not the radish, the bok choy is almost done. I'm looking at the radish because it's purple. I want this radish to just pop, honey. Listen. So I'm not quite sure on what to stop it with the tenderness. So I'm going to just reach in and take a taste. That's good. That's real good. Oh my God. Don't be afraid, those bigger pieces, they actually cook down very fast. Oh my God. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off now, because I would say this is ready. So I'm gonna turn this off, push this to the side, and then we're gonna get ready to make our shrimp and our salmon. Okay, so before we get to seasoning our shrimp, I'm gonna show you just how I butterfly it. So you wanna make sure that the skin is removed and pull the poopy part out. And then you just wanna slice down that back piece all the way until you almost reach the other end, and just butterfly it open. I almost forgot to show you guys this part. So you just kind of want it to be able to lay flat, just like that. Okay, so we have our pan on medium low. Well, I'll say medium, not medium low. And we're going to get ready to fry our shrimp. We'll saute our shrimp, steam our shrimp, whichever you want to call it. So I went ahead and butterflied the rest of them. Remember I showed you guys to just open them up. These are actually tiger shrimp. I don't remember if I told you that before. These are tiger shrimp. So I butterflied them and I seasoned them with some Tony Churros Cajun season. And some garlic powder, onion powder, of course, some black pepper. And I got 2 cloves of garlic inside of here that's finely diced. Some paprika. And I'm going to add some Italian seasoning and some lemon juice on top of them. We're going to lay them down with the inside flat first, because I want that to get a nice sear. But again, this is a good recipe, a good meal to serve for V-Day, anniversary, birthday, or whenever you just feel like celebrating, or just because. I mean, it don't have to be a special occasion. It's just because meal. We gotta hurry up. Remember, shrimp do not take long to cook, so you kind of want to hurry up with this and don't want to play around like I'm doing. So it's almost time to flip these suckers. So now that we have that side down, we rinse my hands. I want to go ahead and add a little bit of lemon juice. Oh, and I'm going to use the same seasoning for the salmon, which again is the Tony Churros, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, paprika, and some garlic. And then I just squeezed some lemon juice on there, and I'm going to add some parsley. If I can find the parsley. Here we go. I was so excited today, y'all. I didn't bring all my ingredients. I have it sitting out like I normally do. So please, bear with me. Oh, and I almost forgot to add the little pat of garlic butter. Now, garlic butter, I don't remember if I told you guys before, but garlic butter tend to not go a long way, and it burns rather quickly. So that's why I always use it in addition to another fat or oil. So that's why I have the grapeseed oil and the garlic butter. So that way it does not burn so quickly. Garlic butter by itself will burn very, very fast. That cocktail is still so good. So I'm going to go ahead and flip. See that nice brown sear? Look at that. And honestly, guys, shrimp does not take that long. Once it starts to turn pink, it is time to flip. You see, I have not had this cooking long at all. Yeah, I decided to do butterfly shrimp just so it could be something different. But I know everybody uses pretty much the same shrimp recipes. You know what I'm saying? And I like to do something different for y'all. So now I'm going to move these around a little bit because one side of our pan, I don't know why. Why is that? One side of the pan always try to cook better than the other. Let's move these bad boys around. See, they're curling up and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to add just a little bit more lemon juice to this side. So you see how fast this shrimp is cooking? I'm gonna flip this one again because that's why I didn't get cold that good. See what you see once they start turning pink? These boys are ready to come out because you do not want to cook them too long. With this one I want to flip because that's side. You do not want to cook them too long. If you cook them too long, they'll get dry and rubbery. And nobody wants no dry, rubbery shrimp, okay? Don't be cooking it. Don't be taking that back to your mate, your girl, your man, whoever, and be talking about Miss Tiff told you that because they gonna know that's a lie. Miss Tiff can cook, okay? Don't be telling them I told y'all to get them no rubbery, dry shrimp, okay? Oh, then I wanted to tell y'all too about that bok choy. Listen, you can actually just serve that right over rice as is. And it's really good. Like for a nice little stir fry, or even just eat it by itself like a little cooked salad. Like, cause it has so much texture to it, you honestly don't need much else. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this shrimp out. Turn it off. So you see that? What was that, like 5 minutes? That's all it takes. See, you see how it's all pink in color? You want to take it out. Look at that. You see? It takes no time. No time at all. I'm going to go ahead and get our salmon prepared, and then we'll be back. Guys, so in the same pan that we prepare our shrimp in, we're going to use for our salmon. I just went ahead and added just another little capful of grapeseed oil. And I'm going to add another little, about a tablespoon of garlic butter. Go ahead and add that in. And then it's time to do our salmon. Now, a lot of people, a lot of people bake their salmon or grill it and all that stuff. My preferred way of making salmon is on the stove top. And salmon does not take that long to cook. Look at that. I keep the skin on. You can take the skin off. Again, I use the same seasoning that I use for the shrimp, which you'll see in a bit. You want your pan to be hot. You hear that searing already? Yum. I'm going to put that down. Okay. We're going to season this side. And I'm going to add about, this is about half a clove of garlic that I had left over. I wasn't really too much worried about that because it still has the garlic flavor and stuff in the pan from the shrimp. So we're going to add some Tony Churros Cajun seasoning. Thank God it didn't make me sneeze that time. We're going to add some onion powder, some garlic powder, some paprika. Remember, paprika does nothing but give it color. It's not really for any flavor. Excuse me, guys. I tried to hold my sneeze in from that Cajun seasoning, but I couldn't. So I had to do a half sneeze, half cough. It's not the vid. Don't worry. I'm good, okay? So yeah, I added some onion powder, some garlic powder, some paprika, some black pepper, some Tony Churros, and I'm going to add some parsley flakes. And that was like a half a clove of garlic. You can add more garlic if you want. I didn't. And then, guys, you do not have to use the glaze. Like, this salmon and shrimp is really good by itself. You do not have to make that glaze. I just made it because it was a part of the challenge. Honestly, if I was just making this would be just how I made it without anything else. The salmon and the shrimp is good by itself. Trust me. So, salmon does not take that long to cook. It's been about 2.5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. A lot of people do not flip theirs, but I do. Look at that. You see how it's getting dark and brown and nicely coated on that side? Yeah, because I do not put mine in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and flip mine. over. You gotta be kind of gentle with it. But again, this is for special occasions or just because. Add a little bit of lemon juice, which I forgot to add on the other side when I flip it back around, which I will do in a second. I really only turned it just so I can get a nice little color going on the opposite side. I'm about to turn it right back because, like I said, it does not take salmon that long to cook, and you don't want it to get done and flaky and then it starts to break up. See, you just want that color. Because once it's flaky, then you can't do anything with it. And once again, just like the shrimp, you do not want to overcook your salmon because you do not want your salmon to be dried out. So once I put this lemon juice on here, I'm going to go ahead and cover it with my lid and let it steam for about 5 minutes. And I'll show you how to tell when it's done. I'm going to go ahead and cover it, let it steam for 5 minutes, and then you can see it when it's done. So I had to come back just so you can see. I literally just went to clean the bowl and the pan that I had the salmon and shrimp in. And look, as you can see, it's already cooking really good, and it's pretty much almost done. Say it takes about 10-15 minutes tops. Okay, so I'm going to let it continue to go, and then I'll show you. Okay, so I've had enough time to put some of my spices away. As you can see, I still have a bunch of stuff over there. See? And our salmon is doing pretty good. You see this side is starting to get flaky, but it still got a little ways to go. Oh, that one's flaky and breaking up. It's almost ready. Look at that. Good flavor. Actually, I think I'm going to take that one out. That's how you know it's done. Salmon, if you touch it with a fork and it starts to flake up immediately, or you grab it like I did, and it starts to break apart, you're pretty much good to go. This one is a little bit smaller. I'm going to go ahead and take this one out first. Look, it's trying to break up. I'm scared to take it out. Oh, look at that. Flaky goodness. Look at that. It's delicious. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't help myself. You get a nice hint of that lemon, the garlic, and a little bit of the Cajun seasoning. It's not overpowering. Oh my God. I'm gonna let this one cook just a little bit longer because it was a little bigger. And then I'll be back once that's done and I'll show you the plating. Okay guys, get into this. Look at that. We have our Hennessy glaze right there. Some lemon on the side. We have our tiger shrimp. And our salmon right there. Oh, listen, I can't wait to show y'all my plate. I'm almost finished setting it up and we're gonna eat. Okay y'all, we are all done. I had to get a refill. Look, this cocktail is so good. Hennessy and pineapple juice. Delicious. So, why don't y'all go ahead and get into this. I got a baked potato with some Mexican cheese, sour cream, and chives on top. Then we got our tiger shrimp, Cajun season with our Hennessy glaze. Then we got our bok choy and mushrooms and radish with the colorful peppers in there. Then we got our salmon. Ooh, and we got a lemon wedge. Listen, y'all. I can't wait. I'm about to show y'all my bite because I don't have nobody else that is going to try it on camera here. I'm just gonna put just a little lemon on everything. Because I like lemon. You don't have to. Oh, I don't have a fork. I'm so busy trying to eat, I forgot the fork. I mean, I can't go Neanderthal in front of y'all, right? We're going. Okay. So listen, let's try it. Oh, and if you set your glaze a little bit and it kind of get, you know, a little bit too gooey, just pop it in the microwave for a few seconds. These veggies right here, this bok choy, my God. I didn't even say my grace. Father God, thank you for everything that you have given us. Thank you for the blessings that we have received and the blessings that we have yet to come. Father God, I ask that you let the food provide nourishment for our body. Amen. I had to do real quick. Y'all can't hear all my praises. Look at that salmon. It's just so flaky. That's what you want your salmon to do. You can't see that later. You just want it to tear right on up. See that? No effort. Like T Grizzly. Can do that with no effort. Let me put a little bit of the Hennessy glaze on there. Just so I can see. Oh yeah, it got a little sticky. See, it got a little sticky and gooey. Listen. Oh my God. Come on, red chili pepper. Yes. That's delicious. I haven't tried a piece of shrimp yet. I'm going to try it by itself. I'm going to try it with the glaze. Oh my God. Remember I told y'all, if y'all do not want to try the Hennessy glaze, you don't have to. You can eat this just by itself. Or you can make the glaze without the Hennessy. I would probably add like some vanilla extract. Just like a half a teaspoon. Not even a lot. Mine got a little gooey. I should have heated it up, but guess what? I'm hungry. Y'all, that sweetness with that heat and the garlic and the lemon. You got a little bit back here. Make you do that a little bit. Listen, I'm about to let y'all go so I can continue eating. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, all of that stuff. Tell your friend, bring a friend, tell a friend, and tell another friend. Y'all come on and enjoy all Miss Tiff good cooking, okay? I love y'all. Be blessed.